Good morning, respected principal, vice principal, coordinators, teachers, and my dear friends. The framer of Indian Constitution deliberately chose the parliament democracy in which parliament is the supreme law-making body. The parliamentary system is both responsible and responsive. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar once said in his speech in the Constituent Assembly debates, there is both a daily and periodic assessment of responsibility of government. Thus, after the discussion, the parliamentary system was accepted for country, and over the years the system has proved to be successful. Over the years, the law-making procedure has become complex and therefore require training and special effort to be conversant with it. Familiarity with procedure is an imperative for effective and purposeful participation in parliamentary debates. Association of young leaders with the parliamentary activities is both for the country, but their purposeful participation depends upon their acquaintance with the procedure. Knowledge of its procedure helps in developing an insight into the working of Parliament, and therefore the session of mock Parliament have a special importance in developing such an insight in the young students. So class 9th and 10th will be conducting a mock Parliament session for us. Let us first invite class 10th for presenting the mock Parliament session.
Honorable members, Honorable Speaker,
Honorable members, I welcome you all to the second mock parliament session. We begin today's session with an oath or an affirmation of a newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
Master Parag Gite, who elected for Jabalpur constituency of Madhya Pradesh state, will now take an oath or an affirmation. Master Parag Gite, please. Master Parag Gite, do you want to take an oath or an affirmation?
An oath, please.
In which language would you take the oath?
In English, please. Parag Gite, have been elected as a member of lower house of the youth parliament, do hereby swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as well laws stabilized, and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of my country, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Honorable members, with great sorrow and regret, I would inform the House about the sad demise of one of our members of the Parliament, Mr. Ram Swarup Sharma, on 17th March 2021. He was born on 10th June 1958 in Joginder Nagar in Mandi district of Himachal Pradesh. He was a two-time member of Parliament. He was elected to Lok Sabha from the Mandi parliamentary constituency in 2014 and 2019. In 2008 to 2012, he held the position of Vice Chairperson at Civil Supply Corporation, Himachal Pradesh. In May 2014, he was elected to 16th Lok Sabha from 12th September 2014 to 25th May 2019. He was the member of Standing Committee of External Affairs and the member of Consultative Committee in Ministry of Tourism and Culture.
Respected Speaker Madam, I extend myself and my party members the deep sorrow that the nation is feeling on the sudden demise of our party member, Mr. Ram Swaroop Sharma. He was the organizing secretary of our party in Mandi district and was later elevated as the organizing secretary of Himachal Pradesh. He was a two-time party MP and was re-elected in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. I thereby extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family.
Respected Speaker, I associate myself and my party members to feel the loss and void the sad demise that the nation feels at the sad demise of Mr. Ram Swaroop Sharma. He was a perfect man and worked tirelessly for the betterment of society. I, on behalf of my party, extend my condolences to the bereaved family.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Secretary General may please convey message of condolence to the bereaved family.
Yes, ma'am.
Prime Minister to introduce new ministers.
Honorable Speaker Madam, I have pleasure in introducing to you and through you to the House, my colleagues, the new ministers, Master Parag Gite, Honorable Minister of Sports, and Ms. Samriddhi Srivastav, Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development.
And now we begin with the question hour. Question number 201, Ms. Pranavi Bhavsar.
Honorable Speaker Madam, will the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs be pleased to state that what is the government doing regarding the escalation in mob lynching and hate violence that is targeting the minority communities, and what is the position of government on court's judgment and on enacting the anti-lynching law?
Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, the government is highly concerned regarding this matter. The state government and the Union Territory Administration are ordered to take measures to curb the incidents of mob lynching in the country. The government, through audio-visual media, has also generated public awareness to curb the menace of mob lynching. The government has also sensitized the service providers to take steps to check the propagation of false news and rumors having the potential to incite mob violence and mob lynching. Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Question number 302, Aditya Singh.
Honorable Speaker Madam, it's no surprise that a state or mental health of a country correlates positively to its economic growth. Projection shows that India will suffer massive economic losses owing to its mental health conditions. More than 14% of the total population in India suffers from mental disorder. This share includes older adults and females in India. Would the Minister of Health and Family Welfare could state what measures is government taking regarding the issue?
Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, to address the huge burden of mental disorders, the government is making tireless efforts to ensure the availability and accessibility of minimum mental health care for all in the foreseeable future. The government is also making provisions to encourage the application of mental health knowledge in general health care and social development. The government is also aiming to promote community participation in mental health service development and to enhance human resource in mental health subspecialties. Thank you, ma'am.
Question number 408, Aadhar Munshi.
Honorable Speaker Madam, would the Finance Minister state the reason behind launching 100 lakh crore National Master Plan for multimodal connectivity? Then how is it logical to invest such a huge amount, which is also the hard-earned money of the taxpayer, on this plan? Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Honorable Finance Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, the sixth pillar of PM Gati Shakti, the national master plans are comprehensiveness, prioritization, optimization, synchronization, analytical and dynamic. The PM Gati Shakti plan, advised by the Prime Minister, is a campaign to lead more speed Gati and power Shakti by projects collecting all the concerned department on one platform. This way, the various infrastructure schemes for various ministries and state government will design and execute with a common vision. The taxpayers' money in the past was insulted through their technological approach to the development, and they have no coordination in the projects. However, it is not impossible to carry the whole development of a country without a holistic approach to quality infrastructure. This way, the various state government will join hands for coordinate development from ministries, which includes road to railway, aviation to agriculture, and this will also in turn and reduce the logistic cost and also help India to become an attractive destination for investment. Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Question number 450, Ajay Vikram Singh.
Honorable Speaker Madam, my question is for the Honorable Education Minister. There are a number of issues Indian education system is facing, and one is the rural-urban gap. It seems little attention is being paid towards education system in rural India. According to ASER, about 50% students studying in 5th standard are not capable of reading a text meant for junior classes. A study of 188 government-run primary schools found that 59% of the schools had no drinking water and 89% do not have toilets. What is your statement on this, Madam Education Minister?
Honorable Education Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, since the inception of the erstwhile centrally sponsored scheme Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan in 2001 till 31 March 2018, construction of 3.12 lakh school buildings, 18.87 lakh provisional additional classrooms, provision of 2.42 lakh drinking water facility, construction of 3.95 lakh boys toilet and 5.18 lakh separate girls toilet have been sanctioned to the states and UTs. The central rules to the RTE Act 2009 have been amended on 20th February 2017 to include reference on class-wise and subject-wise learning outcomes, which have accordingly been finalized for all subjects up to the elementary stage and shared with the states and UTs. National Achievement Survey for classes 3, 5 and 8 based on learning outcomes was conducted on 13th November 2017 to enable states and UTs to identify gaps in learning outcomes at district level and design strategies to address these gaps. Thank you, ma'am.
Any supplementary questions? Question number 507, Durvashri Soni.
Honorable Speaker Madam, my question is for Honorable Defence Minister. What is government doing to reduce the import and military platforms and to support domestic defence manufacturing?
Honorable Defence Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, the Defense Ministry has set a goal of a turnover of USD 25 billion, that is rupees 15 lakh crore in defense manufacturing by 2025. That includes an export target of USD 5 billion, that is rupees 35,000 crore worth of military hardware. The launching of the Defense India Startup Challenge 5.0 is an initiative under the Innovations for Defense Excellence (IDEX) that acts as an umbrella organization to promote technology development in the defense sector. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister of Sports, Master Parag Gite.
Ma'am, I beg to lay copies on the table of the following. Report on Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan. Report on details of grant released under utilization and creation and upgradation of sports infrastructure. Reports on assistance to scouting and guiding organization.
Honorable members, I have to make an important announcement on my behalf and the behalf of the members of the Parliament. I have a great pleasure in extending a warm and hearty welcome to the honorable members of the Parliament of the American Parliamentary Delegation who are on a visit to India as our honored guest. It is a very high-powered delegation. The delegation arrived on Monday, 25th October 2021. They are now seated in the special box. Now let us take up the legislative business. Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development to introduce the bill. Honorable Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to move for a leave to introduce the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection for Children Amendment Bill 2021. Thank you, Madam.
The question is that the leave be granted to introduce the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Amendment Bill 2021. Those who are in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those who are against it, please say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave is granted. Now the House will take up consideration of the 3 Farm Bills 2020. Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Welfare, please.
Respected Speaker Madam, I beg to move the 3 Farms Bill 2020. The first bill is the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020. The main provisions of the bill states that the new legislation will create an ecosystem where the farmers and the traders will enjoy freedom of choice of sale and purchase of agriculture produce. It also promotes barrier-free intra-state and interstate trade and commerce outside the physical premises of the markets notified under the State Agriculture Produce Marketing Legislation. The farmers will not be charged any cess or levy for the sale of their produce and will not have to bear transport costs. The bill also proposes an electronic trading and transaction platform for ensuring a seamless trade electronically. The second bill is a Farmers Empowerment and Protective Agreement of Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill 2020. The main provisions under the bill states the new legislation will empower farmers for engaging with processors, wholesalers, aggregators, exporters, etc. on a level playing field. Price assurance to farmers even before sowing of crops. In case of higher market prices, farmers will be entitled to this price over and above the minimum price. It also transfers the risk of market predictability from the farmers to the sponsors. Due to prior price determination, farmers will be shielded from the rise and fall of market prices. It will also enable the farmers to access modern technology, better seeds, and other inputs. The third bill is the Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020. The main provisions under the bill states the amendment of the Essential Commodities Act 1955, which enable the state government to impose stock limits and restrict movement of essential commodities. The 2020 amendment removes restrictions on stocking of certain essential commodities. It provides that the central government can regulate the supply of food only under extraordinary circumstances such as wars, famines, exceptional price rise, and great natural calamities. It further specifies that the stock limits can only be imposed if there is a 50% rise in the retail price of non-perishable agriculture foodstuff over the price prevailing in the preceding 12 months, or the average retail price of last 5 years, whichever is lower.
I am confident that all honorable members of this House, irrespective of their party affiliation, believe in the fact that agriculture and farming sector of our country is in dire need of reforms, and therefore will welcome the bills wholeheartedly. And these words, I now move the 3 Farm Bills 2020 be taken into consideration. Motion moved that the bill relating to the establishment, regulation of reform in agriculture and farming, and for matter connected therewith and incidental thereto, be taken into consideration. Master Rakshit Srivastav, what is your remark on the bill?
Honorable Speaker, ma'am, by selling the farm produce outside the APMC mandis, will the functioning of these mandis stop? Will the procurement of the agriculture produce at minimum support price stop? What will be the future of government trading portals like ENAM? These are some of my doubts on which I need clarification from our Honorable Prime Minister.
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, procurement at minimum prices will continue. Farmers can sell their produce at MSP rates. Under the new system, farmers will have the option to trade their produce at additional places other than the mandis. The ENAM trading system will continue. Farm goods will be sold on electronic platforms. This will result in great transparency and time saving.
Ms. Deepti Singh Tiwari, what is your opinion on the bill?
Honorable Honorable Speaker, Madam, in my opinion, under contract farming, farmers will be under pressure and they will not be able to determine prices. How will farmers be able to practice contract farming if the sponsor will shy away from them? The new system will be the problem for farmers. In case of dispute, big companies will be at an advantage. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Welfare, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the farmers will have full power in the contract to fix a sale price of his choice for the produce. They will receive the payment within maximum 3 days. 10,000 farmer produce organizations are being formed throughout the country. These FPOs will bring together small farmers and work to ensure remunerative pricing for farm produce. After signing contract, farmers will not have to seek out traders. The purchasing consumer will pick up the produce directly from the farms. In case of dispute, there will be no need to go to the court repeatedly. There will be a local dispute redressal mechanism.
G. Krishna Priya, express your views on this bill.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I need clarification from Food and Public Distribution Minister, as it will be an highly centralized law and will infringe upon the state powers, as they will not be able to regulate, let's say, the menace of hoarding, black marketing, etc. The stock limit relaxation under ECA may lead to black marketing, hoarding, rather than benefiting the producers. This will lead to increase in inflation and monopoly of certain goods.
Honorable Food and Distribution Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, the freedom to produce, move, hold, distribute and supply will lead to harnessing economies of scale and attract private investors and foreign direct investment into agricultural sector. Investment in cold storages and modernization of food supply chains will increase. It will create a competitive marketing environment while also reducing agri-product wastage which happens due to lack of storage facilities. It will benefit both farmers and consumers while bringing in price stability. Thank you, ma'am.
Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Welfare, please.
India is an agriculture-dominated country. More than 70% of India's population is either directly or indirectly dependent on agricultural activities. These farmers feed the entire nations, but it is a saddening fact that they are the ones entangled in the fetters of starvation and poverty. The Farm Bill 2020 envisages as path for farmers as an alternative platform to sell their produce in open markets. This is a step taken by the government to boost agriculture sector and double the farmers' income by the year 2022. I request the House to pass the bill.
Motion moved that the bill is passed. Those who are in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against it, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The House is adjourned to meet at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Good afternoon to all of you. First of all, let me congratulate all the participants for organizing this beautiful mock parliament. First of all, your availability. You know, we are all facing very difficult time, and then for 1.5 years we were not somewhere or other directly linked. I feel very happy that you are all back and we have just started, doing something or other to involve you to make the system move properly. Now you have done this mock parliament. Let me tell you, the first part of it, there is two sides of it. One side, you have done very well. Okay, presenting and communicating and all that, you all have done very well. There's no doubt about. But in democracy, mock parliament will never function like this. You understand? Why there is an importance of ruling party and opposition in the democracy? See, you will have to watch YouTube and all these things and see how it functions. Democracy, no parliament can function like this silently. So like for example, they have introduced a bill. You questioned, they answered. The speaker asked those who are in favor, those who are not in favor, and it is over with that. It is always ruling party has the majority, and definitely the vote will be of theirs higher than the opposition. It's very natural, okay? And therefore, the opposition cannot be submissive to the ruling party. You have to oppose wherever there is fault. You are just asking a question and saying, and their answering is not parliament. There should be, like the first bill passed. If you think that it is not the right bill, you have to make a noise. Now, I'm not telling like the parliament what they do, but there should be some, a united voice should come from the opposition. Then only it become effective. Then only the speaker will become, active, and the opposition will begin, the ruling party will begin to think. And sometimes if you are absolutely against the bill that they are passing, you should get up and walk out and come back. All these are all part of a democratic parliamentary system. There is nothing wrong in it. It's permissible. And then it becomes, the real parliament. But not like what is happening that you go out and have tea and then you don't come back. No, that is not the way. But making a united voice against something that is not okay according to the opposition, then you should raise your voice, not just one person saying, question is asked, okay. No, the group has to do that. You have to have an voice of opposition, then it becomes very effective. Understand? That's why we are doing this mock parliament is done to highlight. The audience are brought there, it's for that. For them to understand how the elected members are presenting, opposing, and what is actually the right decision is taken. Have you done something very solid to oppose something that is introduced is not correct? Okay? Everything that introduced by the ruling party not necessarily correct. There is a lot of other problems when it goes to the public. So that is to be brought out by the opposition. What is going to happen when you introduce this? You will have to highlight these are the problems going to be faced by. So that is the people will get awakened by that. Yes, because of this bill, we have a problem. So that problem has to come from your side, not from their side, because they are a ruling party. They want to introduce what they want. But they will never say the drawback of any bill that is being introduced. It has to be from the opposition. Understood, no? So this is just for improvement, I am just telling. So that the public, the civilians, the citizens, they will become more aware of anything that is introduced in the parliament. Okay? So that's how it has to be. Otherwise, you all have done very well, beautifully presented. Congratulations to all of you and my teachers for, I think she has first time prepared. Well, good. And all the teachers also have participated in it and prepared. Thank you. God bless you all.
Indeed, class 10, the students were successful in developing an insight into the working of Parliament. Now here are class 9 students with... Yes. Let us end the mock parliament with the National Anthem. Please stand up on your feet.